am joined by a beautiful lady in the studio. Her name is Chipo Kanyumbu. She is the head of arts for British Council Zimbabwe. And I'm sure that you have been seeing a lot of flyers, or you had seen a lot of flyers last week about the Creative Economy Week that was taking place. A lot of activities, a lot of information, a lot of events that took place. And she is here to just give us more clarity as to what that was all about. Chipo, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning, Marisa.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you?
Very, very well. Now, Chipo, tell us, what was the main objective behind the Creative Economy Week?
Okay, thanks for the question. You know, the main objective is just to bring the creative sector together, to connect and to showcase their talent, and to make sure that, you know, we bring to the spotlight the talent that is in Zimbabwe, and also what's happening within the creative economy. So we decided to do this because we were seeing disintegration of our projects, especially for British Council. The way we have been implementing our projects was quite disjointed, so we decided to get a platform where we would just bring everyone together to just showcase their talent, and also to just spotlight this talent, especially to the corporates and also to the government itself, so that they become more invested in the creative economy. Yeah.
Okay. And why is it important for the British Council to bring, I mean, you're bringing all these artists. What is your role in helping them, and how are you helping them?
So our main role is mostly convening. So we see ourselves as a convener, because I think we stand right at the center of the ecosystem, where we are able to bring in the artists, but we are also able to bring in the government, and also bring the corporates as well into the picture. So we think that we are a very good platform for convening all these people together. And I think it's very important to be able to do that, especially in Zimbabwe, where we really think the creative sector really needs support. And for that to happen, it needs an organization like us who's able to, you know, go into certain doors that the creatives are not able to get into, and to be able to also, you know, just you know, talk about what's really happening, and make others understand exactly, you know, the things that are affecting the sector. So we are mostly a convening organization, but we also like to spotlight talent, not just in Zimbabwe, but also in the UK. Okay. So we try to, you know, create that exchange between the creatives in the UK and creatives in Zimbabwe.
Okay, and the Creative Week, what was the theme and what does it signify? So
the theme was Growth Reimagined. And for us, it's just, you know, reimagining ourselves and this ecosystem, especially just looking at how far we've come after COVID. You know, things were quite down, and we are seeing ourselves, you know, picking up. The sector is really also coming up together, and also just growing. So people are finding their footing. But I think this year was a celebration of just seeing how far we can take ourselves through reimagining what growth can look like for creatives in Zimbabwe. Right. Yeah.
Good. I like what you said about, you know, showcasing stuff from Britain and Zimbabwe, bringing the two cultures together. But I understand that you also are in partnership with the Embassy of Switzerland. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes. So we've come into this partnership. It's a 4-year program where we are really also wanting to support the creative ecosystem. And within this program, we are focusing on creative enterprise support. And it's quite, you know, it's in its entirety. So we are looking at skills development, especially looking at enterprise skills. We are also looking at festival grants, where we also want to support festivals, local festivals, and see how they can also start, you know, growing within their own sector. We are also looking at music and fashion as our main focus art forms that we really want to, you know, to propel and see them grow within the sector. So it's a 4-year program, and we are very excited about it. It's a 50-50 partnership with the Swiss, and yeah, we're looking forward to seeing how we can also, you know, make changes within the sector for the next 4 years.
That's brilliant. That.
Yeah.
So obviously we speak about the next 4 years economic development.
Yes.
How does the economy week, creative week, bring about a good economy in Zimbabwe?
So I think, you know, the sector has been missing a platform like HIFA, you know, from before,
yes, I remember that.
where, you know, it was a platform for everyone to come together, whether it's the government, whether it's the corporate sector, with the talent itself. You know, we used to have a lot of talent coming in from different countries,
Yes.
embassies coming together. So this is our attempt, you know, to start to you know, propel people to think about convening, because, you know, people are doing work within their different, you know, areas, but it's very individualistic. It's not wholesome. So Creative Economy Week is it's just a platform for us to kind of, you know, relook at this sector and see how we can, you know, move together. So it's creating connections. It's also just convening people to come together and speak and talk about what's really affecting them. Okay. So that's the main purpose of it. And yeah, we are looking forward to how it's going to grow from what it is now.
Yeah.
And if I can say that from last year, we can actually see the progression. Where when we started last year, we were just focusing on the different programs that we have.
Okay.
But this year we have now also engaged with the Ministry of Arts. They came in, they did a roundtable on intellectual property, which was, you know, quite a good platform for creatives to come together. We also had another roundtable with Business of Books, which is powered by Akelo. It was also a very insightful roundtable, which was bringing in, you know, literary artists to come and just talk about their sector. So we are seeing that it's going to, you know, keep on expanding, you know, bringing in all these other art forms. We also had a film and fashion panel, which was quite exciting to see the intersection between film and fashion. So we are seeing this as like a wholesome, you know, experience, which we think will be able to affect the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from the impact, did you expect the impact of what happened last week to be big or to be small? Is it what you expected?
Wow, I think what we have seen is more than what we were expecting. I think it just shows the passion that, you know, the creatives have for their sector. They really came out, you know, to really engage. We had visitors we came from South Africa, ditto, for music copyright sessions. And we also had Sheer Publishing, who were part of that. We also had local corporates who were also part of the facilitators. So I think we really saw everyone coming together, and it was amazing to see how much passionate people are to see this sector grow.
Yeah, it is amazing to see that, because there's a lot of people who really don't know about it. So in that regard, how does a layman, how does a normal person on the street get to know about this Creative Economy Week? Do I apply for it? Do I buy tickets for it? How do I get involved if I'm not an artist?
So the good thing is, you know, we are also opening up this space for free. We are not, you know, making people pay to attend these events. Okay. So it's a matter of just, you know, being engaged either online and just seeing what's really happening, so that you can also be part of the Creative Economy Week. But it's not paid for. It's just a platform which is there for everyone to be able to come and, you know, be part of. Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, my last question before we wrap up. What role does the British Council have to play in obviously engaging other African countries? I know we had this in Zimbabwe, but how do we come together as African countries in terms of British Council?
Okay, so maybe one thing that you don't know, the Creative Economy Week actually started in Nigeria.
Right.
Yes, and this is the 5th iteration. Zimbabwe has done it twice. Other countries like Uganda have also done it, in Ghana. Yeah, so it's actually a regional program, and it's a focus area for British Council. and it's one of our convening platforms. So we just don't use the Creative Economy Week only, but we have other platforms that we also, use that also bring all of these people together. A good example is the Creative DNA program. We brought in some designers from, different countries, and we actually launched the Creative DNA fashion program in Zimbabwe during the Creative Economy Week.
Okay.
But its origins is that it started in Kenya, and it has been running in Kenya for 5 years. So the way we work as British Council is to make sure that when we have also gained insights from other countries where we are also present in, we also take that and see how it works for other similar countries. So we have also done our research and seen that, the fashion sector really needs the acceleration program for designers, which is now also being launched in Zimbabwe. And our partner for that is House of Stone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe financial aid, you'll get the fashionable designers, the filmmakers and stuff.
Yes.
How if I'm making a movie and I need funding for it, how do I approach you, or do you help in that regard?
Yeah, so the good thing also is that during the Creative Economy Week, we launched a Catalyst grant. So it's just an enabling grant. It's not much, but I think it's a starting point where it's helping to develop, when you're starting off ideation and also you want your product to start developing. We've got grants that are going up to $5,000 US. That you can also apply for. So for things like film, for things like fashion, whatever art form you are in, you are able to, to apply for those development grants.
Okay.
For you to either research more on your idea, or to collaborate with someone else, or just to travel to another country. Like I said, we are actually in about 18 countries in Africa. So you can travel to another country, if it's a conference, if you have been invited maybe to perform, or you can actually use that enabling grant, which we call Catalyst grant, for you to be able to do that. So that's a little bit of what we are doing to kind of support the sector beyond just our key art forms, which is music and fashion. Yeah.
Excellent. Chipo, thank you so much. That is a lot of information. But for more information, where do we get a hold of you?
Okay, so our offices, we are at British Council, which is in Belgravia. Yes, so you can also get us on social media. We have a handle, Southern Africa Arts, which is on Instagram. And also for British Council on X, you'll get us at ZW British, ZW British.
Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful morning.
Thank you.
I hope you have a rest a wonderful rest of the day. I'm tongue-tied.
Yeah. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
All right, thank you. That was Chipo. She's joining us from the British Council. She's the head of arts at the British Council.
Konapo, ipapo.